Alright, movement in Acid Spy really revolves around one base mechanic. It's called boost hopping. What is boost hopping? Boost hopping is when you crouch slide and you jump during your crouch slide. That's a boost hop right there. So, how do we perform one? First of all, don't start from a standstill. If you try and slide from a standstill, we don't go anywhere. We can jump that far. Right. So, you want to take a quarter to a half step before you initiate your slide because you're going to go much further. Right. So, when do we jump? We jump a little late into the slide. You want to give the slide enough time to kind of do its thing just for a second, and you're going to jump late into the slide. If we try and jump early, we really didn't get that far. It was a short jump. It might have been a little faster than just walking or sliding, maybe. I don't know. But we're not going very far. So if we jump later into the slide, however, much further, bigger bang for your buck, real good. So that is a proper boost slide, boost hop. A thing now. Now what we want to do is chain it together. So what you're going to do is after your first boost hop, while you're in the air, you're going to let go of the crouch slide button, and then you're going to hold it back down while you're still in the air. This is preloading your next slide. So as soon as you touch the ground, you're going to slide again, and it's going to look like this. Can you hear me uh, letting go and then holding back down the slide button in the air? That last loud one there while I was in the air. All right, that's the basics of starting to chain together boost hops, and you'll see that that second slide is faster than the first one. So we're already making speed. All you got to do now is add a jump to that second slide and just keep it going. Now we're boost hopping. Now we're cooking with fire. All right, but we can go even faster. So your first boost hop is going to have that nice elongated slide, but your second boost hop does not have to have that. In fact, you can make yourself go faster, if you do it correctly, by hitting jump as soon as your feet touch the ground. Again, you're always going to be preloading the crouch slide while you're in the air. So no matter what, anytime you touch the ground during the chaining of boost hops, you're always sliding, right? But you can hit the jump button as soon as you touch the ground on your second, third, fourth, fifth, however many boost hops you do. So your first one's going to be nice and elongated, and the next one, instant. Right? And if we do it right, we can get some serious bursts of speed. I'm not doing it quite perfectly, but it's pretty fast. And it's a bit faster than elongating the slide, because you can see we're just sort of maintaining a speed by doing that at some point. We're not really accelerating anymore. You can gain bits of acceleration with the quick jump. Alright, so that's boost hopping. How do we change direction when we're boost hopping? We do so with our slide. We can simply turn while we slide. Alright, and this is pretty simple. Just hold forward, slide, and turn your mouse in the desired direction. Well, alright, easy enough. If you want to turn harder than that, because what you're going to notice is if you want to make a sharp turn around this, and you're just holding forward, see how I'm just kind of curving around and then getting pushed away? If I were to hold forward and left, and then do the slide, I could hug the box all the way around. So we can do nice sharp turns by adding in a left or right directional key during our slide turns. And that's how you're going to be changing direction, except when you're going really fast, that's going to be a little difficult to pull off. So what we do, oh god, is just face in the desired direction and hold the slide button and take a little extra time for that slide to correct your trajectory. Alright, so if I want to make a 90-degree turn just like I did, it's just like that. I wasn't turning my mouse or anything. I just looked in the direction, held the shift and forward key, and it corrected itself pretty quickly. So when you're going fast, that's going to be the way you want to do it. and then you can add in, mouse or directional keys to further adjust your trajectory however you want. So that's how we change directions, which is then going to lead me into spam sliding. Spam sliding, we can just mash the shit out of the slide button, but it's not really helping us. This is not helpful. This is kind of painful to do with your pinky. It sucks. It's actually quite slow. Space them out. Get nice full slides in there. You're going to be using spam slides for sure. There's areas where you need to navigate where, you can boost hop in there and do all your things, but like you're not boost hopping through this, you know? It's just not happening. You're especially not boost hopping up ramps. That's also not happening. So, um, yeah, you want to get used to spacing out your boost hops, and ideally you want to repress the shift key before you hear any of those footsteps that you're hearing. You don't want to hear any footsteps between these slides, because then you're getting the most consistent, smooth movement possible out of spam sliding. Alright, so the reason we're talking about that, however, is because over here, ramps and ledges. So ramps and ledges have some odd behaviors when interacting with slides. I really don't understand them. All I know is that you want to be sliding on ramps when you're going up or going down, because yes, there is something about it that makes you go faster. Now, I believe that it's sort of a mechanic to speed you up, so when you slide up a ramp, you're not either slowing down or it doesn't just feel weird in comparison to sliding on flatland. Because you can see there, it feels like I'm just a consistent speed, but they would have probably had to add speed to us to get up and over all at going at the same speed. So I'm pretty sure we're getting a bit of a boost there. Um, up or down is doing the same thing. You can watch my runs. Every time we're sliding on ramps, we're going fast, so there's something going on there. Um, and it only works, I've found, when you're on the ramp. If you try and slide on, starting at the flatlands, it's not really going to work. You want to slide on the ramps, which then lends itself to doing combos like boost hopping onto the ramp. We kind of add the uphill speed gain plus the boost hop combo. You know how that second slide is faster than the first slide, so we're going pretty fast when we land on this ramp. Um, Another thing to note about that is, like I said, you can't boost hop on up ramps. It's just not going to happen. So if you try and land onto a ramp and boost hop off the ramp, you see how I didn't jump. You heard the slide and you heard the jump, but I didn't jump. You have to jump off the flat land. So you have to wait till you're off the ramp in order to initiate your next boost hop. So similarly, ledges sort of have a bit of a boost mechanic as well, I guess. It's very hard to see, but it definitely happens. Sliding off ledges is a thing you want to be doing whenever you can, and the best way to show you is off of blocks like these. Look at that. A clear little burst of speed. So it's very necessary to be looking for blocks, ledges, and trying to slide off them. Then you can combine them like this with ramps and ledges going in your desired direction. So, I mean, that's some speed right there. And we can take it further. That's pretty fast. So there's something up with the geometry and how the slides interact with them. So that's great to keep in mind when you're spam sliding. That's how you're going to get just little bits of extra efficiency out of spam sliding in certain areas. Now finally, we have to talk about wall jumping. Now, wall jumping is a pretty neat mechanic. In combination with your boost hops, you are going to get a crazy amount of speed. It's amazing. So when you're at a wall and you just jump off it, it pushes you away at a 90-degree angle no matter what your orientation is, as long as you're not moving. So that means it's just adding a flat burst of speed. Like you're just gaining speed, period. But if we boost hop right next to the wall and immediately wall jump, look at that. That burst of speed is basically completely unrivaled in how fast you get to such a decent amount of speed. That's amazing. And if you can chain them together multiple times in a row, you're going to go really fast. So a difficult one to show is uh, boost sliding here, jumping off this wall, and then jumping off that wall, going over there. It might work, might not. Yeah, a bit difficult. But yeah, you're gonna gain the most speed by adding extra wall jumps to the first wall jump that you do. Um, and just to prove my point here, uh, it's so much faster than even boost hopping. Look at that. That was awesome. So that's it. That's all the movement tech in Acid Spy that I know of and that I use. I hope this helps you with your runs. I hope you understand it better. If you don't, please ask questions. And if you feel like I've missed something, I'll make revisions later on. Hope you have fun. Hope it helps. Good luck with your runs.